How do you reach the market? Okay, that was around 2 seconds of awkward silence and yeah. Today's topic is how do you reach the market? Big question, really important question. Now, at this point, you should have hopefully done your homework. Now, you've probably seen all the other videos. If not, go on then, finish this one, but watch the other videos. Now, hopefully you've understood and validated who your customer is. You know what pains and gains you're solving, and of course, you know how are you creating value. You should also have known the size of the market. What is your target market? What can you do? And you should have also mapped out your competitors. Long story short, now it's time to go and sell it. How do you sell your idea? And at this point, well, you need to make yourself heard, and obviously, you know, budget is very limited. The first important thing is really measure everything. Make sure to measure every single step you make. Really dig into the analytics, understand what works. Now, one thing I always like a lot is tap into existing communities. Building up communities is mega, incredibly huge, big ass amount of work. So do it if you need to, but if you have other communities that might be interested in your solution, go for them. See if you can tap into other communities. See if there's something you can find. Look for your topic, go to Facebook and find out other people interested in what you do. Contact them and say, hey, look, I think I'm working on something your guys and girls might be interested in. Do that. It's really, start doing that. The next thing is think of PR. Think of PR and journalists. Now, don't go and send some email out to 800 journalists where it says, dear journalist, I hope you're interested. Don't do that. Again, open up your Excel or whatever you're using and use Twitter, use whatever you use there and start following the few journalists who are really relevant about your one topic. Find out what they write, reference them at a later point and then say, hey, look, I know in November, whenever, you wrote a beautiful little essay about what I'm doing and I think it's the same thing, I see it the same way, and I think I'm solving the problem you came up with. Maybe you might want to have a look at it. Maybe you want to test it. I'm not saying this is going to work, this approach, but I think it's a lot better than dear journalist. Hello. Work on that. Get your Excel started today on this. The next thing is learn how to pitch your problem. Pitch as much as you can, learn from others, get the feedback and tap into the local startup community. Network is everything. Now, if you do have a bit of money aside, start with performance marketing. Use AdWords, use Google, use Facebook. Get your analytics really sharp. If you have found a sweet spot, go for it. How do you do that? You need key metrics. Key metrics, that's a different topic. We'll talk about that a little later. But really, go outside, make yourself heard, start selling, understand you don't sell in one day. Practice makes perfect. And subscribing is awesome. So don't forget that, subscribe, talk about the channel. If you have questions, ask below. Other than that, hope to see you next week. Have a great day. And yeah, I ain't afraid of, yep, I like them. The ones old enough will know what that is. So in that sense, see you later. Bye bye.